Welcome to this module on enhancing your employability, practical strategies for career planning, CV writing, and crafting an elevator pitch. Whether you're just starting your career, transitioning to a new field, or looking for ways to advance, this module is designed to equip you with essential skills to stand out in today's competitive job market.
That's right. This session is all about giving you practical, actionable strategies to navigate your career journey successfully. Today, we'll focus on three main areas. Career planning. How can you define your career path and set achievable goals? CV writing. How can you create a clear and impactful CV that showcases your strengths? Crafting an elevator pitch. How to present yourself confidently and concisely to potential employers or collaborators.
By the end of this session, you will have tools and strategies that not only help you land your next opportunity, but also enable you to take control of your long-term career development.
Let's start with a simple question. What is employability and why does it matter? Employability refers to your ability to gain and maintain meaningful employment. But in today's fast-paced, ever-changing job market, employability goes beyond just technical skills. It's about adaptability, problem solving, and continuous learning.
Employers are looking for candidates who not only have the required qualifications, but also possess transferable skills like communication, teamwork, and critical thinking. They want people who can grow with their organization, adapt to new challenges, and contribute to long-term success.
For example, imagine you're applying for a role in digital marketing. While technical skills like SEO or data analytics are important, your ability to collaborate on campaigns or adapt to emerging trends will set you apart.
Career planning. We'll start with a roadmap to help you identify your goals, assess your skills, and plan for your future. This includes creating a personal development plan to track your process. Next, we'll dive into the structure and content of a standout CV. From crafting a strong professional summary to quantifying your achievements, we'll show you how to make your CV irresistible to employers. Finally, we'll focus on your personal pitch. Whether you're networking, interviewing, or introducing yourself to a new team, a polished elevator pitch can make a lasting impression.
Each section is packed with practical tips, real-world examples, and opportunities for reflection. You'll leave with concrete steps you can take immediately to enhance your employability.
Before we dive in, let's pause for a moment. Take a moment to think about your current career goals. Are you looking to start a new role, transition to a different industry, or gain a promotion? If you'd like to, share your thoughts in the chat or reflect privately.
This will help you approach the session with your goals in mind. As we go through each section, think about how the strategies we discuss can align with and support your personal objectives. To get the most out of this module, we encourage you to take notes, ask questions, and actively engage with the material. Remember, employability is a journey. The tools and strategies we share today are meant to evolve with you as you grow in your career.
Let's get started with our first section. Understanding employability and career planning. We'll explore what it means to be employable in today's world and how to map out a career path that's aligned with your strengths and interests. Let's begin by exploring the key employability skills. These are the skills employers value most and are essential for succeeding in today's dynamic job market. Whether you're starting your career or looking to advance, developing these skills can make you stand out as a candidate. Here's how the module is structured.
Employability skills go beyond technical expertise. They include transferable skills that are relevant across industries, roles, and career levels. Employers want people who not only have the qualifications, but also the ability to adapt, collaborate, and lead.
Let's break down some of the most critical employability skills. Communication skills. This includes both verbal and written communication. Being able to articulate your ideas clearly, whether you're in a meeting or it's an email. Teamwork and collaboration. Employers value candidates who can work effectively with others. This involves listening, supporting colleagues, and contributing to group success.
Problem solving. The ability to analyze challenges, think critically, and propose solutions is a top priority for many employers. For example, resolving a client complaint quickly and professionally showcases strong problem solving skills. Adaptability. In an ever changing world, adaptability is essential. Employers look for candidates who can embrace change, learn new tools, and thrive in different environments. Leadership doesn't always mean managing a team. Leadership can involve taking initiative, motivating others, or driving a project forward.
Digital literacy. Proficiency with technology, whether it's using collaboration tools or analyzing data, is a must-have skill in today's workplace. Even non-technical roles often require familiarity with digital platforms. Emotional intelligence includes self-awareness, empathy, and the ability to manage relationships. Employees with high emotional intelligence can navigate workplace dynamics and build strong connections with colleagues and clients.
So, why are these skills so important? First, they're universally relevant. Whether you're a software engineer, a teacher, or a marketer, these skills are applicable in any context. They're the foundation for effective work and collaboration.
Second, they differentiate you as a candidate. Employers often have to choose between applicants with similar technical qualifications. Your ability to demonstrate these key skills can make you the obvious choice.
Finally, they prepare you for long-term success. As industries evolve, technical skills may become outdated, but transferable skills like adaptability and problem solving will remain valuable throughout your career.
Let's consider some real-world examples. Imagine you're applying for a customer service role. Highlighting your communication and problem-solving skills could look like this. Resolve customer complaints by identifying root causes and providing tailored solutions, resulting in 20% increase in satisfaction ratings.
Or, in a leadership context, lead a cross-functional team to deliver a project 3 weeks ahead of schedule by fostering collaboration and streamlining workflows. These examples not only show your skills, but also quantify their impact.
Notice how each example is specific, measurable, and tied to the real outcomes. This is key when showcasing your skills on a CV or in an interview.
Now, let's talk about how you can develop these skills. Seek feedback. Ask colleagues, mentors, or supervisors for constructive feedback. For example, if you want to improve your communication skills, ask for insights on how you present your ideas. Take on challenges. Volunteer for projects or tasks outside of your comfort zone. For instance, leading a team meeting or learning a new software tool can help you develop leadership and adaptability.
Invest in courses, workshops, or online resources to enhance your digital literacy or other skills. Platforms like LinkedIn Learning or Coursera offer a wide range of professional development opportunities. And don't forget to regularly assess your strengths and areas for improvement. Journaling about your achievements and challenges can help you track progress over time.
Developing these skills takes intentional effort, but the rewards, both professionally and personally, are well worth it.
Let's pause for a moment to reflect. Think about the skills we've discussed. Which one do you feel is your strongest? And which one would you like to improve? For example, are you already a strong communicator but want to enhance your leadership skills?
Take a moment to jot down your thoughts or share them in the chat. Identifying your strengths and growth areas is the first step towards developing a plan for improvement.
Key employability skills like communication, teamwork, and adaptability are essential for standing out in the job market and achieving long-term success. By developing those skills, you'll be better equipped to navigate challenges and seize opportunities.
Next, we'll explore career planning. This section will help you define your career goals, assess your skills, and create a roadmap for achieving your aspirations. Let's dive in.
Now that we've explored key employability skills, let's shift our focus to career planning. This process is about taking control of your professional journey. It involves setting clear goals, evaluating your skills, and creating a roadmap to achieve your aspirations.
Career planning isn't just for those starting their careers. It's a lifelong process. Whether you're considering a career change, aiming for a promotion, or seeking personal growth, Having a clear plan helps you stay focused and motivated.
So, why is career planning so important? First, it gives you direction. Without clear goals, it's easy to feel stuck or unsure about your next steps.
Second, it helps you make informed decisions. For example, if you know your long-term goal is to become a project manager, you can prioritize gaining relevant certifications or leadership experience.
And finally, career planning builds confidence. When you have a plan, you're better prepared to seize opportunities and navigate challenges.
Let's break career planning into 4 key steps. Start by identifying your strengths, skills, and interests. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? For example, if you're a strong communicator, roles in public relations or sales might be a good fit. Set SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of saying, I want a better job, a SMART goal would be, I want to secure a marketing role at a mid-sized company within 6 months.
Learn about industries, roles, or companies that align with your goals. Networking events, online research, and informational interviews are great ways to gather insights. Create a personal development plan, which is PDP. This is your roadmap. Outline the skills you need to develop, the resources you will use, and the milestones you want to achieve. For example, if your goal is to become a graphic designer, your PDP might include learning Adobe Illustrator and building a portfolio.
Let's look at an example. Imagine you're an aspiring software developer. Your PDP might look like this. Your goal is to secure a junior software developer role within 6 months. Your skills to develop are proficiency in Python, understanding of agile methodologies. Your resources are to enroll in an online Python course and to join a local coding bootcamp. Your milestones are to complete the course by month 2, build a portfolio project by month 4, and start applying for roles by month 5.
Having this plan not only keeps you organized, but also gives you a sense of progress and achievement as you reach each milestone.
Here are some tips to make your career planning process more effective. While it's important to have a plan, be open to adjustments. Unexpected opportunities or changes in your industry might require you to pivot. A mentor can provide valuable guidance, share their experiences, and help you navigate challenges.
Periodically review your plan to assess your progress.
Reflection helps you stay aligned with your aspirations. Career planning can feel overwhelming at times. Celebrating milestones, like completing a course or acing an interview, keeps you motivated. Let's try an activity. Think about your career goals. What's one skill you need to develop to achieve your next milestone? For example, do you need to improve your public speaking, learn a new programming language, or gain project management experience?
Take a moment to jot down your thoughts or share them in the chat. If you're unsure, consider starting with a self-assessment to identify areas for growth.
Let's address some common challenges in career planning. One is uncertainty. If you're unsure about your goals, focus on exploring your interests and experimenting with different roles.
Another challenge is fear of failure. Remember, career planning is a dynamic process. Even if something doesn't work out, it's an opportunity to learn and refine your plan.
Finally, balancing short-term needs with long-term goals can be tricky. For instance, you might take a job to pay the bills while pursuing certifications to achieve your ultimate goal.
Career planning is a powerful tool for identifying your goals, assessing your skills, and creating a roadmap for success. By staying focused and flexible, you can navigate your career with confidence and purpose. Now that we've discussed the importance of career planning, let's focus on a practical tool that can help you achieve your goals. The Personal Development Plan, or PDP. A PDP is a structured framework for identifying your goals, the skills you need to achieve them, and the steps you will take to get there.
Think of your PDP as a personal roadmap. It keeps you organized, motivated, and focused on continuous improvement. Whether you're working toward a specific career milestone or aiming for general professional growth, a PDP helps you stay on track.
At its core, a PDP is a written document that outlines your goals. What do you want to achieve? This could be a short term, like mastering a new skill, or long term, like transitioning to a new career. Your current skills and gaps. What strengths can you build on? And what are the areas that need some improvement?
Your action plan. What specific steps will you take to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be? Your timeline and milestones. When will you complete each step? Milestones help you measure progress and stay motivated.
Using a PDP offers several benefits. First, it provides clarity. Writing down your goals and action steps makes them more tangible and achievable.
Second, it promotes accountability. A PDP serves as a personal contract with yourself. By setting deadlines and tracking progress, you're more likely to stay committed.
Finally, it fosters adaptability. As your goals or circumstances change, your PDP can evolve with you, ensuring that it remains relevant and useful.
Let's break down the process of setting up your PDP into 5 simple steps. First, identify your goal. Start with a clear and specific objective. For example, I want to improve my public speaking skills to present confidently in team meetings. Then, assess your current skills. Reflect on your strengths and weaknesses related to this goal. For instance, you might feel comfortable organizing your ideas, but struggle with managing stage fright.
Define action steps. Outline the tasks or activities that will help you achieve your goal. For public speaking, this could include joining a Toastmasters club, practicing in front of friends, or watching TED Talks for inspiration. Then set milestones. Break your goal into smaller, manageable steps. For example, deliver a presentation to my team by the end of the month, or complete 3 practice sessions by next week. Monitor progress and adjust. Regularly review your PDP to assess your progress. If something isn't working, don't hesitate to revise your plan.
Let's look at an example. Imagine you're a graphic designer aiming to transition into a user experience role. Your PDP might include: your goal is to secure a junior UX designer position within 12 months. The skills you need to develop are proficiency in UX design tools, understanding of user research methods. Your action steps are to enroll in a UX design course by month 1, complete a portfolio project by month 3, and network with UX professionals through LinkedIn by month 6. Your milestones are to finish the course by month 4, apply for internships by month 8, and attend 3 industry events by month 10.
This structure ensures that your efforts are focused and measurable, making it easier to stay motivated and track your progress.
Here are some tips to make your PDP more effective. Be realistic. Set achievable goals that align with your resources and time constraints. Overambitious plans can lead to frustration. Prioritize. Focus on 1 or 2 key areas at a time. Spreading yourself too thin can dilute your efforts and slow your progress.
Seek for support. Share your PDP with a mentor, coach, or trusted colleague. They can provide valuable feedback and hold you accountable. And celebrate milestones. Recognizing small wins along the way boosts your confidence and keeps you motivated.
Remember, your PDP is a living document. Don't be afraid to update it as your priorities or circumstances change.
Let's try an activity. Think about a goal you'd like to achieve in the next 6 months. What's the one skill you need to develop to reach that goal? For example, do you need to learn a new software tool, improve your writing skills, or build your professional network?
Take a moment to write down your goal and at least one action step you could take forward in achieving it. If you'd like, share your thoughts in the chat or with the group. Next, we'll explore CV writing. Your CV is a key tool for communicating your skills, achievements, and potential to employers. Let's dive into how to create a CV that stands out.
Your CV is often the first impression you make on a potential employer. It's your personal marketing tool, showcasing your skills, experience, and achievements. A well-written CV can open doors, while a poorly constructed one might close them before you've even had a chance to speak.
That's right. Employers often spend just a few seconds scanning a CV, so it's crucial to make yours clear, concise, and compelling. In this section, we'll break down the key components of a standout CV and share tips for tailoring it to your desired role.
Let's start with the essential sections every CV should include. Contact information. Include your full name, phone number, professional email address, and LinkedIn profile if you have. Avoid including unnecessary personal details like your marital status or a photo, unless it's common in your industry. Professional summary. This is a short paragraph at the top of your CV summarizing your skills, experience, and career goals. For example, experienced digital marketer with a proven track record in driving online engagement and safe through strategic campaigns.
Work experience. Here you can list your relevant roles in reverse chronological order. Include the company name, your job title, and the dates of employment. Use bullet points to describe your key responsibilities and achievements, quantifying your impact wherever possible. For instance, increase social media engagement by 40% through targeted content strategies.
Education. Highlight your degrees, certifications, or relevant coursework. Include the institution's name, the qualification earned, and the year of graduation. And the skills section. List technical and soft skills relevant to the role you're applying for. For example, proficient in Microsoft Excel, Python, and Project Manager. Or strong communication and problem-solving skills. And optional sections. Depending on your background, you can add sections for volunteer work, awards, publications, or hobbies, but only if they're relevant to the role.
Here are some tips to ensure your CV stands out. Tailor your CV to the role. Customize your CV for each application. Highlight the skills and experiences most relevant to the job description. For example, if the role emphasizes leadership, make sure to showcase your team management experience. Focus on achievements. Instead of listing responsibilities, focus on results. Use quantifiable metrics, such as led a team of 5 to deliver a project 3 weeks ahead of schedule, or improved customer satisfaction scores by 20%.
Use keywords. Many companies use applicant tracking system ATS to screen CVs. Incorporate keywords from the job description, such as budget management or data analysis, to increase your chances of passing the initial screening. Keep it concise and limit your CV to 1 or 2 pages. Use clear headings, bullet points, and consistent formatting to make it easy to read. And proofread it, of course. Typos and grammatical errors can leave a bad impression. Review your CV carefully and consider asking a friend to mentor.
Let's look at some examples. Here's a strong entry for a work experience section. Marketing coordinator, XYZ company, January 2020 to present. Designed and executed digital marketing campaigns, increasing website traffic by 35%. Managed a $50,000 advertising budget, achieving a 20% return on investment. Collaborated with cross-functional teams to launch 3 new projects.
Notice how this example uses action verbs, quantifiable results, and specific details. It's concise yet impactful, showing both responsibilities and achievements.
Let's pause for a quick activity. Think about one of your recent roles or projects. How would you describe your key achievements in a CV entry? Use action verbs like led, developed, or achieved, and try to include quantifiable results.
For example, instead of saying handled customer inquiries, you could say resolved 95% of customers' inquiries on the first call, improving satisfaction rates. Take a moment to write one bullet point for your own CV or share it with the group.
Before we move on, let's discuss some common CV mistakes to avoid. Generic content. A one-size-fits-all CV rarely works. Tailor your content to each role. Irrelevant information. Avoid including outdated or irrelevant details, like hobbies that don't relate to the job.
Too much focus on tasks. Employers care much more about your impact than your daily responsibilities. Focus on results and outcomes, and ensure that your CV is well organized, with consistent fonts, spacing, and headings. A visually appealing CV is easier to read and more likely to leave a positive impression.
A standout CV is clear, concise, and tailored to the role you're applying for. It highlights your achievements, uses relevant keywords, and avoids common pitfalls. Remember, your CV is your first opportunity to make an impression. Make it count.
Next, we'll discuss crafting an elevator pitch. Your pitch is your verbal CV, a concise and compelling way to introduce yourself and showcase your value. Let's dive in. Your professional summary is often the first thing an employer reads on your CV. It's your opportunity to make a strong first impression by highlighting the key skills, experience, and career goals in just a few sentences. Think of it as your elevator pitch in written form.
Exactly. A well-crafted professional summary should capture the essence of who you are as a professional and what you bring to the table. It's not a generic statement. It's tailored to the role you're applying for, demonstrating why you're the ideal candidate.
So, what makes a professional summary impactful? Here are some key elements: clarity and conciseness. Keep it brief, ideally 3-5 sentences. Focus on the most important information that aligns with the job description. Tailor your summary to the specific role. Highlight the skills, experience, or achievements most relevant to your position.
Wherever possible, include quantifiable results. For example, increase sales by 20% through targeted marketing campaigns. And with a note about your career goals and how you plan to contribute to the company. For instance, seeking to leverage my expertise in digital marketing to drive engagement and revenue at this company.
Let's look at some examples. For a marketing professional, results-driven marketing professional with more than 5 years experience in developing and executing data-driven campaigns, skilled in SEO, content strategy, and social media management. Increased website traffic by 35% in 1 year. Excited to bring my expertise to a fast-paced digital agency.
For an IT specialist, experienced IT specialist with a strong background in network security and system administration, successfully implemented cybersecurity measures that reduced incidents by 40%, currently seeking to contribute to a forward-thinking organization focused on technological innovation. For a recent graduate, motivated business graduate with a focus on project management and data analysis, completed an internship at a certain company where it streamlined reporting processes, saving 10 hours per week. Looking to apply my skills in a dynamic corporate environment.
Notice how each summary is tailored to the candidate's experience and the role they're targeting. They're concise, specific, and outcome-focused.
Writing your professional summary doesn't have to be intimidating. Follow these steps. Begin with who you are professionally. For example, experienced financial analyst or motivated recent graduate with a background in engineering.
Focus on the strengths or accomplishments that align with the job. Use keywords from the job description for maximum relevance.
Quantify your achievements wherever possible. For instance, instead of saying improved efficiency, say increased efficiency by 15% through process optimization.
Tie everything together with a forward-looking statement that demonstrates your enthusiasm for the role.
Let's try an activity. Think about your professional background or your career aspirations. If you were to write a professional summary for your dream job, what would it say? Try to include your role or key skill, a specific achievement or strength, and a career objective.
For example, if you're an aspiring software developer, you might write entry-level software developer with a passion for creating user-friendly application, completed an internship at, and here you can put the company name, where I developed a feature that increased app usage by 10%, seeking to contribute to an innovative tech company.
Now, let's discuss some common mistakes to avoid when crafting your professional summary. Phrases like hardworking professional seeking a challenging role don't tell employers anything specific about you.
Keep your summary concise. Try not to include your entire career history here. A generic summary can make it seem like you're applying to every job with the same CV. Tailor your summary for each role. Focus on what you've achieved and what value you can bring, not just on what you've done.
Your professional summary is your chance to hook the employer and make them want to read the rest of your CV. By clearly articulating your value and aligning it with the role, you can set yourself apart from other candidates.
It also helps frame your story. Instead of employer piecing together your experience from different sections of your CV, the summary gives them a snapshot of who you are and what you bring to the table.
An impactful professional summary is clear, tailored, and results-driven. It's your first chance to make a strong impression on an employer, so invest the time to get it right.
Your work experience section is heart of your CV. It's where you demonstrate how your skills and achievements align with the role you're applying for. But to truly stand out, it's not enough to list responsibilities. You need to highlight your results.
Employers want to see evidence of your impact. By showcasing specific achievements and quantifiable results, you're proving that you can deliver value. This approach not only makes your CV more compelling, but also sets you apart from other candidates who simply list their duties.
Let's start by discussing why focusing on results is so important. First, results demonstrate your ability to contribute to an organization. For example, improved customer retention by 15% shows that you made a measurable impact.
Second, results help the employer visualize what you could achieve for them. If you've boosted sales, streamlined processes, or led successful projects in the past, they can see how you might replicate that success in their company.
Finally, focusing on results transforms your work experience into a story of success. Instead of reading like a job description, your CV becomes a showcase of your accomplishments.
Let's break this down into actionable steps. Begin each bullet point with a strong verb that conveys action. Examples include developed, led, achieved, implemented, or streamlined. Use numbers, percentages, or other metrics to make your accomplishments tangible. For instance, instead of saying managed a team, say led a team of 10 to achieve a 20% increase in productivity.
Provide context. Explain the scope of your responsibilities or the challenges you addressed. For example, redesigned the onboarding process for a 200 people organization, reducing the new employee turnover by 25%. Highlight the outcomes of your work. What changed because of your efforts? Through targeted social media campaigns.
Let's look at some examples of how to highlight results effectively. For a marketing role, launched a social media campaign that generated 1,000 new leads in 3 months, contributing to a 15% increase in sales. For a project management role, managed a cross-functional team of 12 to deliver a $500,000 project on time and under budget, saving the company $50,000.
For a customer service role, resolved 95% of customer inquiries on the first call, improving satisfaction ratings by 20%. And for the sales role, achieved 110% of quarterly sales targets by identifying new market opportunities and building relationships with key clients.
Notice how each example uses action verbs, quantifiable results, and specific details to tell a clear story of achievement.
Let's try an activity. Think about one of your recent roles or projects. What's one accomplishment you're proud of? Write it as a bullet point for your CV, using this structure. Start with an action verb, quantify your results, and provide context.
For example, if you're a graphic designer, you might write, designed a series of social media graphics that increased engagement by 30%, attracting 500 new followers in 1 month. Take a moment to draft your bullet point and, if you'd like, share it in the chat. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid. Describing your responsibilities without showing their impact can make your CV feel generic. For example, don't just say created reports. Instead, say develop monthly reports that help senior leadership identify cost-saving opportunities. Avoid vague statements like contributed to team success. Be specific about what you did and what results you achieved.
While it's important to be specific, keep your bullet points concise. Aim for 1 to 2 lines per point to maintain readability. Tailor your examples to the job you're applying for. Highlight achievements that demonstrate the skills and qualities the employer is looking for. Focusing on results works because it shows employers what you are capable of. Instead of making claims about your skills, you're providing concrete evidence. This approach builds credibility and makes your CV more memorable.
It also aligns with how employers think. They're not just looking for someone to fill a role. They're looking for someone who can solve problems, drive success, and contribute to their organization's goals.
Highlighting results in your work experience sections transforms your CV into a powerful tool for showcasing your impact. By using action verbs, quantifying achievements, and focusing on outcomes, you can make a lasting impression on potential employees.
Next, we'll move on to crafting an elevator pitch. This is your verbal opportunity to communicate your skills and value with clarity and confidence.
Now that we've explored how to highlight achievements on your CV, let's shift to crafting an effective elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch is a short, impactful introduction that communicates who you are, what you do, and why you're valuable, all in about 30 seconds to a minute.
Exactly. Whether you're networking at an event, speaking with a potential employer, or introducing yourself to a new team, your elevator pitch is your opportunity to make a strong first impression. A well-crafted pitch can open doors and create meaningful connections.
Let's start by breaking down the key elements of a great elevator pitch. Start with your name and a brief statement of your professional identity. For example, "Hi, I'm Alex Smith, a digital marketing specialist with a focus on social media strategy." Highlight what you do and what the value you bring. I help businesses grow their online presence and drive customer engagement through targeted campaigns.
Share something memorable or distinctive about yourself. This could be an achievement, a passion, or a career focus, like, "Recently, I led a campaign that increased engagement by 30% in just 3 months." And with a forward-looking statement or question. For example, "I'd love to discuss how I could contribute to your team." Or, "Are you currently exploring new marketing strategies?"
Let's look at a few examples. Imagine you're a software developer. "Hi, I'm Sarah Lee, a software developer specializing in mobile applications. Over the past 2 years, I've developed apps that have been downloaded by over 50,000 users. Passionate about creating user-friendly designs that solve real-world problems. I'd love to hear about any project you're working on in this space."
Hello, my name is James Carter, and I'm a recent graduate in environmental science. During my studies, I completed a research project on sustainable energy solutions, which earned recognition at a national conference. I'm excited to apply my skills to help companies achieve their sustainability goals. Could you tell me more about your work in this area?
Notice how each pitch is concise, clear, and tailored to the individual's strengths and goals.
Creating your pitch can be broken down into 4 steps. Think about the purpose of your pitch. Are you introducing yourself to a potential employer, pitching an idea, or expanding your network? Your goal will shape your message. Identify the skills, experiences, or qualities that set you apart. For example, I excel at simplifying complex data into actionable insights.
Add a memorable detail. This could be a notable achievement. I recently led a team to develop a new feature that boosted up downloads by 20%. Practice your pitch aloud, focusing on clear delivery and natural tone. Adjust it based on feedback to ensure it resonates with your audience.
Let's pause for a moment to craft your own elevator pitch. Think about who you are professionally, what value you bring or a key achievement, how you'd like to engage the person you're speaking with.
For example, "Hi, I'm Andrew Torres, a financial analyst with expertise in budgeting and forecasting. I've worked on projects that reduce costs by 15% across multiple departments. I'd love to hear about your approach to financial strategy." Take a few minutes to draft your pitch, and if you'd like to, share it with the group.
Once you've crafted your pitch, delivery is key. Here are some tips. Be confident. Maintain good posture, make eye contact, and speak clearly. Confidence helps establish credibility and trust. Keep it conversational. Avoid sounding rehearsed or robotic. Your pitch should feel natural and adaptable to the conversation.
Adapt it to the audience. Tailor your pitch based on who are you speaking with. For example, emphasize your leadership skills when speaking to a potential manager, or your creativity when networking with peers. End with a question or statement that encourages dialogue. For instance, "I'd love to learn more about your company's recent projects."
Let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid when delivering your pitch. Keep it concise. You don't need to share your entire career history. Focus on the highlights. Avoid vague statements like "I'm a hard worker." Be specific about your skills and achievements.
Your pitch should reflect genuine enthusiasm for your work and the opportunity to connect with others. Tailor your pitch to the context, what's most relevant to the person you're speaking with. An effective elevator pitch is clear, concise, and tailored to your audience. It highlights your value and leaves a lasting impression, opening the door for future conversation.
As we wrap up this module, we'll move into final thoughts and next steps. This will include a summary of key takeaways and actionable items you can implement immediately. Let's conclude this journey together.
We've reached the conclusion of this module on enhancing your employability. Over the past sessions, we've covered strategies for career planning, CV writing, and crafting an elevator pitch. Each of these topics is designed to help you present your best self in the job market and navigate your career with confidence.
This module isn't just about finding your next job. It's about equipping you with the tools to grow professionally over the long term. Let's take a moment to review the key takeaways and reflect on how you can apply them.
First, we explored the importance of key employability skills. This includes communication, problem solving, teamwork, adaptability, and emotional intelligence. Employers value these transferable skills because they are applicable across industries and roles.
Next, we discussed career planning and how to create a roadmap for your professional journey. By setting clear goals, assessing your skills, and creating a personal development plan, you can take control of your career path.
We also covered writing a standout CV. A strong CV is clear, tailored to the role, and highlights your achievements with qualifiable results. Remember, it is not just about listing responsibilities. It's about showcasing your impact.
Finally, we focused on crafting an elevator pitch. Your pitch is your verbal CV, a concise, engaging way to introduce yourself and communicate your value. It's a powerful tool for networking and building connections.
Now let's talk about what you can do next to put these strategies into action. Review and revise your CV. Take what you've learned about structuring and tailoring your CV. Spend time refining your pitch. Practice it aloud to ensure it's clear, confident, and conversational.
Reflect on where you are in your career and where you'd like to go. Use the tools from the career planning session to create a personal development plan. Let's take a moment for reflection. What's one action you'll commit to taking in the next week? For example, will you update your CV, practice your elevator pitch, or start drafting your personal development plan?
Take a minute to jot down your commitment. If you'd like to, share it with the group or keep it as a personal reminder. Small, consistent actions can lead to big changes over time. We also want to acknowledge that building your employability can be challenging. Whether you're uncertain about your goals or fears of rejection, these obstacles are a natural part of the journey.
Remember, every step you take, whether it's revising your CV or attending a networking event, is progress. Embrace the process and don't hesitate to seek support from mentors, peers, or professional resources.